Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are we're going to Belgium.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, to explore how businesses are kind of breaking into this European market.
Right.
And we've got some cool information about how they're using something called PEOs and ERs.
Oh, yeah, PEOs and ERs. Those are interesting.
Yeah, to expand globally. And they're doing it super fast and really efficiently too.
It's fascinating. It is.
Yeah.
These organizations are becoming more and more sought after, especially for those companies trying to, enter new markets.
Yeah, and quickly and compliantly.
For sure. For sure.
I've done this before, and I can tell you, just the thought of going into a new market like Belgium can be a little scary,
It can be.
a little intimidating, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all the regulations, all those cultural differences, it's like you're solving a puzzle.
It is. Yeah.
And just to add to the complexity of it all, the traditional way of setting up shop in Belgium,
Yeah.
actually incorporating can take like forever.
Oh, it will take so long.
Yeah.
We're talking 4 to 12 months, which is such a long time in business.
Ugh, it's a lifetime.
Yeah. And then you think about all the legal complexities, all the paperwork.
Oh, yeah, man.
Employment contracts, working hours, leave policies, Social Security contributions. It's
It's a lot,
a lot to manage, especially if you're new to the market.
especially in Belgium. Yeah. So, okay, I hear you. Traditional expansion takes time.
Yeah.
It's complex. And if you don't know the laws, there's a lot of risk. But what if
Yeah.
there was a way to bypass all that?
Well, there is. That's where the PEOs and the ERs come into play.
Okay, so tell me more about these PEOs and ERs.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know we have a company, INS Global,
Yeah, they're a good one.
that is really kind of making a name for itself in this space.
They are.
And they're all about helping businesses expand
Yeah.
globally. And their services can get you set up in Belgium so fast.
It's crazy fast.
In just 2 to 5 days.
I know. Compared to like the 4 to 12 months we talked about.
I mean, that is lightning fast
Oh, it's amazing.
compared to the traditional way.
It's wild.
Yeah.
INS Global is doing really impressive work. I think
Yeah.
what they do is they're like your partner in Belgium.
Oh,
They take care of all the HR stuff, like your payroll benefits, and the big one, making sure you're 100% compliant with all the Belgian labor laws.
okay.
It's like having an HR department there, but without the headache of actually having to build one.
So it's outsourcing, basically, but for a very specific purpose and with a company that really seems to know what they're doing.
Exactly. It is.
Yeah. And that's a game changer for businesses.
Oh, huge.
I mean, you can just get started right away.
Yeah.
You can focus on what you do best
Yeah, your core business goals.
and not all that admin stuff.
Totally. It's the worst.
Yeah.
And another thing that makes INS Global so good
Oh, yeah.
is they really know Belgian labor law,
Oh, okay.
like deeply.
Yeah. Because it's complicated.
It is. And it can be kind of unique compared to a lot of other countries.
For sure. And, I was actually reading on their website about a client, Manuel Ramos, who's the managing director of Terrio Asia.
Okay.
And he said, we think INS Global is a great solution for, starting a business in markets that are new and complex. And he also said, just because you want to understand the market doesn't mean you have to set up a company immediately.
Right.
And that's so true.
It is.
Yeah. INS Global can help you test the waters
Yeah. Dip your toes in.
a little bit before you go all in.
For sure.
Yeah. And that's a smart move,
It is.
especially for companies that are new to Europe.
It is.
Yeah. So let's say I'm a business owner and I'm thinking about this whole PEO thing. What would be my first step if I wanted to work with INS Global?
Well, you just start with the conversation.
Okay.
INS Global has a really personal approach.
Okay.
So they'll want to sit down with you, get to know your needs,
Okay.
your goals, and then they come up with a plan just for you.
So it's not like one size fits all.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
They really try to understand my business.
They do. They really do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they want to make sure their services are perfect for you.
Okay.
They want to make sure it matches your vision and
Yeah.
your objectives. And once they get that, then they guide you through the whole thing.
Okay.
Make it as easy as possible.
I like that it sounds pretty hands-on.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
very hands-on.
Now, you mentioned EORs as well as PEOs.
I did.
Is it the same thing?
That's a really good question. And it does cause confusion
Yes.
sometimes, but while the terms are used pretty interchangeably, there is a small difference.
Okay.
So the PEO, it really focuses on those HR outsourcing services.
Okay.
So like all the admin tasks that go along with employing your team in Belgium.
Got it.
And then the EOR,
So what's the EOR?
it's the employer of record. and they take it a step further.
Okay.
They handle all the HR stuff, but they also act as the legal employer
What?
of your team in Belgium.
So they take on all the liability. So they're making sure that you're compliant with all the local regulations.
All of them.
So it's like having a local partner that's kind of taking care of all the
legal stuff.
legal responsibilities of having employees there, so I can just focus on running my business.
Yeah, it's a good option for businesses that don't want as much risk and want to make expanding a little simpler.
Yeah, for sure. And INS Global offers both.
They do.
Both PEO and EOR.
That's right.
So they can really customize.
They can.
Yeah.
They can meet your needs, whatever those are.
Now, I'm curious about Belgian labor law specifically.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that INS Global would kind of
That question.
be navigating for me? Because I imagine it's very different than doing business here in the U.S.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Very different.
Okay.
Belgian labor law is very comprehensive and very employee-centric.
Okay.
Let's dive into some of those key areas.
Okay.
If you are interested in expanding your business to Belgium, contact INS Global today and tell them about your expansion project.
Great idea. We'll unpack all of that after a quick break, so stay tuned.
All right, so Belgian labor law, some of the unique aspects.
Yeah, let's unpack that.
So employment contracts, first of all.
Oh.
They have to be very detailed in Belgium, and they have to be in writing.
Okay, so what kind of details are we talking about?
Well, you have to be very clear about the employee's responsibilities, their work schedule,
Okay.
the salary, of course,
Yeah.
any benefits that they're entitled to, and this is something that trips people up.
Okay.
The contract has to be in the right language.
Oh, right, because Belgium has,
Multiple languages.
multiple official languages.
It depends on where your business is located.
Okay.
Could be French,
Okay.
Dutch, or German.
Wow. Okay.
So INS Global takes care of all that, making sure that your contracts are compliant
Okay.
with, regional and national regulations.
That's a big help.
It is.
Having someone that knows the ins and outs of all those local laws can save you a lot of headaches.
Totally. And another thing with contracts,
Okay.
any changes have to be agreed on by both the employer and employee
Gotcha.
in writing.
Okay.
So you can't just change someone's job
Right.
or their salary without talking to them.
Makes sense, protects both sides.
Yeah.
So we've talked about contracts. What about working hours and overtime?
Mhm.
I've heard that work-life balance is a big deal in Europe.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Is that true in Belgium?
Very true. The standard work week in Belgium is 38 hours.
Okay.
Anything over that is considered overtime.
Okay.
And they're entitled to extra pay, but also compensatory rest time.
So if I work like 45 hours one week,
Mm-hmm.
I not only get paid time and a half for those 7 hours,
Yeah,
but I get extra time off.
got it.
Wow.
Belgian law is really serious about protecting employees
Yeah.
from being overworked. And so INS Global makes sure that your policies are in line with these regulations, which keeps you compliant, but it also helps you attract and keep good employees.
Yeah, because if I know I'm going to have a good work-life balance,
Yeah,
I'm going to want to work there.
exactly.
What about vacation time and public holidays?
Ooh, yeah. So full-time employees, they get 4 weeks of paid vacation.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's generous compared to some other countries.
Yeah.
Plus 10 paid public holidays
Okay.
throughout the year. And this is fun.
Yeah.
If a public holiday falls on a weekend,
Yeah.
you get an extra day off during the week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice perk.
So Belgium really values its employees' well-being,
They do.
and it goes beyond vacation. They also have sick leave.
Mhm.
So the employer covers the employee's salary
Got
for the first 30 days of sick leave.
Wow, a whole month.
After that, Social Security covers it, but you need a doctor's note.
So even if I'm out sick for a month,
Yeah.
I still get paid.
You got it part of their Social Security system.
That's amazing. Okay.
And there's more.
Oh, there's more.
More generosity.
Okay, bring it on.
Maternity leave is 15 weeks, paid for by Social Security,
Okay.
and fathers get 10 days of paid paternity leave.
Okay, they are raising the bar.
They are for work-life balance.
Yeah, for real.
And one more, I think it's really unique and cool.
Okay, what is it?
Paid educational leave.
Paid time off for education.
You got it. So employees can take 10 to 15 days
Okay.
of paid leave each year
Wow.
to go to language courses.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. It encourages them to learn new languages.
Yeah.
Which is really important in Belgium
Oh, wow.
with so many different languages being spoken.
I love that.
It's a win-win.
It is.
The employee gets new skills,
Yeah,
and the employer gets a more well-rounded team member.
I like it.
All right, we can't avoid it forever.
What's that?
Taxes.
Oh, yeah, right. Taxes are a part of life.
They are, especially when you're doing business internationally.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do I need to know about taxes in Belgium?
Okay, so corporate tax is generally 25%,
Okay.
but smaller companies
Uh-huh.
get a reduced rate of 20%
Yep.
on their first 100,000 euros of profit.
So there's an incentive for smaller businesses
There is,
to set up shop in Belgium.
for sure. Belgium is very good at attracting foreign investment
Okay,
and supporting those small and medium-sized enterprises.
cool.
They want to create a good business environment.
That's awesome. What about personal income tax?
Yeah, so that's calculated on a progressive scale,
Okay.
and it combines national and local taxes.
Okay.
So the national rate ranges from 25 to 50%,
Okay.
depending on your income.
Okay, so the more you make,
Yep.
the higher the tax rate.
Exactly. Pretty standard in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
And then there's also a local tax,
Uh-huh.
which is around 7% on average.
Okay, so all that can get kind of complicated, but INS Global handles it.
They do all those calculations, all those deductions.
Okay.
They make sure your company and your employees are all tax compliant.
Okay, so I don't have to stress about it.
Exactly. You don't have to stress.
Awesome. Okay, so what about Social Security?
Yeah, Social Security is a big one. So those contributions in Belgium cover healthcare, pensions, unemployment insurance, all those social benefits.
Yeah.
It's like a safety net for employees.
Makes sense. It sounds like Belgium has a strong social welfare system.
They do.
Okay.
Both employees and employers contribute.
Oh,
So employees contribute 13.07% of their salary,
okay.
and employers contribute around 27%.
Okay, that's a lot for employers to contribute. But I guess it makes sense if they're getting all those benefits.
Yeah, it contributes to that high quality of life
Yeah.
that Belgium is known for. And remember,
Yeah.
you don't have to figure all this out on your own.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about expanding into Belgium,
Yeah.
reach out to INS Global today.
Okay.
Tell them about your expansion project,
Yeah.
and they will handle the rest.
That sounds like a good deal. It sounds like they could really be a valuable partner
They can be.
in all of this,
Absolutely.
figuring out global expansion.
For sure.
So what else should our listeners know about INS Global and what they do in Belgium? So it sounds like INS Global just takes all the stress out of expanding into a new market.
Yeah, they handle all the complicated parts so you can focus on what you do best.
That's right.
Mhm.
You know what's interesting, though? When we talk about Belgium, it's not just about
Yeah.
the good business environment or being able to get into the European market. Belgium itself
Right.
is pretty amazing.
It's a great place.
It is.
Quality of life is high. The culture is really diverse.
Yeah,
And the people are known for being really welcoming and open-minded.
I've heard that.
They value innovation and entrepreneurship, but they also really get work-life balance
Yeah.
and social responsibility.
And I think that's a big deal.
Did.
When you're expanding your business, you're not just choosing a market.
Right.
You're choosing a place where your employees are going to live and work.
Exactly.
And Belgium seems like it checks all the boxes.
It does. It offers a great lifestyle,
Yeah.
a supportive business environment.
Yeah.
And it's in a strategic location right in the heart of Europe.
Yeah. So for any business leaders listening that are thinking about expanding,
Yeah,
I think Belgium should be at the top of their list.
I agree. And with INS Global helping you,
Yeah.
the whole journey will be so much smoother, and you'll be compliant and you'll be successful.
So if you're ready to make Belgium your next success story, contact INS Global today. Tell them about your vision. They've got the expertise and the passion to guide you every step of the way.
They do. They really do. Don't let being unsure hold you back
Yeah,
from seeing what Belgium has to offer.
that's right.
Take the leap.
Yeah,
Let INS Global be your partner.
that's right. This has been an awesome deep dive into the world of global expansion
It has.
and the power of partnering with experts like INS Global.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in your business.